So on today's menu, we are going to be making some Rasta pasta. All my friends and family love when I make this dish. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what we use today. We are going to be using some boneless chicken breasts. You can use your chicken of your preference. And these are going to be some of the ingredients that you guys are going to be using to create this Rasta pasta. You guys have some cilantro over here. You have a vine tomato that you are going to dice. You also have a red onion here. Now, if you're not a mushroom person, it's totally up to you. It's an option. I'm going to be using the sliced baby bella mushrooms. I am going to be using some organic bow tie pasta, some garlic paste, your jerk seasoning, which is going to make the pasta pop. This here is the mild flavor, but you can use spicy, regular, or mild. It's totally up to you. You have some slap your mama, some oregano, and some Creole. That's going to give it the flavor and the nice kick. But what's going to make it creamy and vibrant is going to be these roasted Prego garlic parmesan sauce, and then you're going to add some sweet mini peppers just to give it a nice little kick. So I already prepared my jerk seasoning. I like to dilute it just a little bit so I can tell you guys what I added so far. I took a separate mini bowl, took 2 scoops of jerk seasoning. I added some lime juice in it, and I went and added the garlic paste, and then I mixed that all together with just a little pinch of slap your mama just to dilute that flavor. Next, I'm going to go ahead and jump into our Creole seasoning. And I'm going to use this here. You can use a generous amount. Coat that chicken up. It needs some flavor. So go ahead and coat that up just a little. So we want to use that. And then I am going to use some oregano. Just makes the flavors pop and gives that like just a nice taste here. Then I am going to go in with your handy dandy slap your mama. If you don't have this in your cabinet, I don't know what you're doing. Like, I don't know what you're doing at all. So we're gonna go ahead and use this here. Add that amount on there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and squeeze this. You can use as much garlic as you want. I love garlic, it's life. And then what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna go ahead and take this spatula here and just mix everything in, just to make sure all the flavors are locking in here. Now, you don't want to mix this with your hands because that jerk is super spicy. And when I tell you it will burn your eyes, you want to be very careful with it. So you might want to use gloves if you want to touch the chicken, or you can use this here. So I'm just mixing this all in right now, making it all nice and pretty. Making it nice and good. And while I was off camera, to do your chicken, I did sprinkle lime juice over it. You can normally wash it. Now all this is getting prepared beforehand, so I just want to show you guys what it's looking like. And it smells so delicious. You guys are missing out. So let's get started. So as you can see, some of the chicken is starting to cook up very nicely. So you just want to keep on flipping them over just to make sure that everything is getting cooked thoroughly. And I know you guys hear that sizzle there. It smells amazing. I'm just going to keep mixing it around, just making sure everything is coated with the oil. Looking nice and golden. So I already took the chicken and separated the chicken and put it in a bowl, put it to the side. Now we are going to be boiling our pasta here. So we're gonna add some water. I went and added some kosher salt. And then next but not least, you're gonna go ahead and add you some olive oil, so therefore your pasta is not sticking to each other. And then we're just gonna boil this until it's al dente. specialties with the bag. Alrighty. So I am going to just mix that in, just making sure everything is getting nice and boiled. And we're gonna boil this for about 10 minutes. I don't want to overcook my pasta because once it goes into the sauce, it's going to kind of just cook everything else all together. And bow ties cook pretty quickly. So we're just going to let this boil till it's al dente, and then I'm going to check in with you guys when we're going in the next video to jump in for the sauce so you guys can see the preparation for that. So now that I dumped my vegetables in here, we're going to cook that inside of that jerk sauce that we did the chicken, just so it can all have that flavor. Now I'm just going to be mixing this all in. You want it to get nice and juicy, steam down a little bit, just so you guys can see the veggies. So we're just going to cook that all in, because all this is what's going to give your Rasta pasta the flavor. It's the veggies. Now that your veggies are all cooked up, it should start looking like this. It should be cooked down, forming such a beautiful concoction. So now we are going to turn our stove down. We're going to turn it down to 5 because you don't want that sauce to come up at you. So now we are going to go ahead and add our Prego roasted garlic parmesan, just so everyone can see what we're working with. This has fresh cream in here. And we're just going to add little as you go. Okay. So I just want to mix that in. And all that, you just keep mixing it all in. And it's going to form your sauce here. Do you see how it's starting to form your Rasta pasta? Look at that. I'm just going to keep mixing this in because I want it to all lock in the flavors. Now we're not going to add our chicken just yet. We just want to start forming the sauce here. Now that your sauce is prepared, I just put that to the side. I'm going to go ahead and add the chicken in here. Just add all that bad boy in there. We're going to add that. I'm just going to add a little bit of the water that we boiled just so it can not stick. And this is where all the fun starts to happen. So this is what your sauce is looking like here. And we're going to dump that bad boy all in there. You're going to coat that bad boy. Sorry, people. The creamier the better. And this is where you start mixing everything in. Now I'm just mixing everything all in. And I did mention off camera, I did add a few bay leaves. I added about like 3 bay leaves in there just so it can lock in that flavor as well. And I'm just mixing this all in because we want to make sure all of this is coated. And when I tell you, it smells delicious, it tastes delicious. Your kid's gonna love it, your husband's gonna love it. Any hosting event, if you want to have some pasta as a filler for a party, this is it. Trust me, everyone is going to love it. And just to top off of a little bit of everything, I'm just gonna add a little garnish of cilantro in there and just let it do its thing. And that's our Rasta pasta here. Thank you for joining us, and I hope you guys enjoy this recipe. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you put your post notification video on to be notified when we post another video. Bye.